Hello, 10th grade. Welcome back this year. It's been nice to see all of you in the last few weeks and getting to meet a lot of you. So, welcome. Wanted to go over this slideshow just so that way you know what you should expect from your 10th grade year and also what is expected of you. I'll try to keep this brief so that you guys aren't just sitting there listening. And if you have any questions, of course, I'm going to be out front there to tell you, just please come and see me. My name is Mr. Marquez. I taught Spanish for the last 13 years in the upper house, so most people just call me Senor, and you're more than welcome to do that. Obviously, we have the list here of all the principals. Dr. Weber is the high school principal, and then we have grade level principals. Mr. Campbell, the tall guy, dropped down to ninth grade, and I went up to 10th grade. And then we have Mr. Fairchild and Mr. Bender in the other two levels, which you'll see Mr. Fairchild next year. Um, Counselors. Last year in ninth grade, you only had Dr. Hutchko. He was the only ninth grade counselor. Well, this year it's based on your last name. So just look carefully here to see who your counselor is. You will need to you'll have to get to know these folks. They're going to help you, especially in the next couple of years. So you should at least try to make an appointment and see them and meet them. Nurses, we have nurse office in the lower house, and we also have one in the upper house. Her name is Mrs. Tamaccio, and also Mrs. Little, as well as Mrs. Noga and Mrs. Scaboria. In the library, you'll see Mrs. Gussler, and then in the tech tank, Mr. Geiswhite. We also have Mrs. Awilla here that works with the SAP program. If you'd like to get a hold of any of the principals, we put together here a website, just a page on the website, on the high school website, that has all of these resources. But if you scroll down, you'll see down here that you can request to speak to any of us. And then just by clicking on our names, it'll take you, and then I'll get a notification, and then I can call you in. This page here has all sorts of resources. You may want to bookmark this because it's an easy way to find to answers to any of your questions regarding our school. Okay. One of the focus here, obviously, is building our school community, as it is almost on a yearly basis. But one of the things that we ask for you to do is to get involved. When we get involved, this one quick way to want to come to school. I can admit, that when I was in high school, one of the things that I loved was actually music, and I love sports. And as a result, then I made sure that I took care of my academics so that I could participate in those things. There were also clubs. I remember being part of the French club, and that is what makes you really enjoy this experience. Academics are great. I know a lot of you do like your classes, and we have awesome teachers, and that's awesome. But the more involved you are with the extracurricular offerings, I guarantee you the better your experience will be here at the high school. So we encourage you to visit the um, club page here. And if you scroll down, you'll see that there's a club hub. That club hub has a list of all of our clubs here. But here's the cool part. If you want to create your own club, there's also a process in doing so. Please read this carefully, go through the process, and you can soon see a club that you would like to have or you'd like to lead. Any questions regarding clubs, you can email Mr. Matt Bender, and he will answer your questions regarding that. The next two items here I can cover both at the same time, and it's about being respectful and avoiding conflict. And really, that's a matter of just being polite, having the manners to, if you don't like something, to discuss it uh, kindly with someone. At the same time, too, if a teacher, a counselor, a principal asks you to do something, just to uh, be receptive to what they're saying, and understanding that we're doing that for the larger good, for the community. And so I know a lot of times they can see, especially with the masks this year, we're asking folks to wear those. And yes, we're asking them to have them over your nose. And that could get very annoying. Trust me, on my end, to remind people over and over and over to put it's not as much fun as you may think. But we're also understand that we are all getting used to this right now, and it takes a while, but we do appreciate your cooperations with just following our expectations and rules here at the school. Also, promote any positive happenings. You can use this hashtag We Are Bulldogs. Yes, it's still active, and you can post, especially during activities or anything that's really going on that you're very happy with. Please share those moments with us. Also, if you're new to the high school, we have the welcoming packets that you can read through. We have the English version. We have also a version in Spanish. So take advantage of that. It's very informative. Kind of lets you know a little bit about our school. Important dates. Let me go back here. So the first one we want to talk about is just a PSAT. If you're interested in taking this test, we have two dates. We have the 13th and we have the 26th. The issue that we have is that there's only 400 available seats. And so you're going to want to sign up for this. First come, first serve. Here's all the instructions as to where you get signed up. Obviously, you can go to the counseling office and take your money there. Please read these carefully. So that way, a lot of these are kind of the frequently asked questions that we're answering in this important information here. Other dates or the things to keep in mind, they're listed here. Just remember that as far as AP exams, that takes the signups for those take place in the fall, and you take the test in the spring. And during winter, we're going to start thinking, you're going to want to start thinking about college majors or at least career. Just start thinking about it. It is not the end of the world if you don't know what you want to do. Trust me, I did not know what I wanted to do at your age. And everything turned out just fine. But at the same time, it's nice to begin exploring, asking questions, even at home sometimes. Sometimes we sit around the dinner table with our parents and we're like, what in the world do you do? You know, and ask questions, ask your friends' parents. Start just building that curiosity because you'd be surprised how many jobs there are out there and how people make a living. And it's just what you want to do, start finding out, well, what do I need to do in order to get there? And again, we're just asking you to think about it. Things to watch out for. Again, I'm sure if for as long as you've been alive, people have been telling you about social media. Be careful. Don't put too much out there. Be kind. Do not offend anyone. Do not get your social media muscles where, I'm going to say something, because at the end of the day, there's a person behind that screen. And sometimes we don't think about that. And also we can avoid a whole lot of issues by just writing less. Vaping. There's an article that we've included here about cases that have led to deaths. Obviously, there's chemicals. You're putting chemicals into your body that aren't supposed to be there. So we run a risk of, getting sick. So just, avoid vaping. Obviously, it's in school. It is against our rules. It's also for you illegal. You have to be 21 years of age. And so just make sure that you guys um, take care of, making good choices and just avoid that altogether. And the last one we have here is be here, be on time, be ready to go, and you will be successful. Half the battle is just showing up. The other half, we mainly take care of it, and that is just making building that relationship with your teachers, building that relationships, positive relationships with your peers. But in order for that to happen, you have to be here. Okay. The 10th grade class advisor is Mrs. Dennis, and she will eventually share some information. If you would like to be a class officer, she will have all that information out for you guys. Class rings, if you're interested in purchasing a class ring, just see the information here. The point of contact is Mr. Anthony Ferraro, and his email's there as well as the website if you want to share that with your parents. And the last piece of advice, make it a great year. Have a great time. And if you need anything, please reach out to any one of us here in the lower house office or in the upper house office or any one of your teachers. We care. That's why we're here. And we're so excited to be here. We're excited to see the hallways filled with the joy and the chatter and everything that goes along with it. So thank you all. Have a wonderful year. Bye.